and I bought way too many creams as well, but I'm collecting them.
Your case is amazing as well. I've had loads of comments on it.
Oh, it was that free day today at Sally's.
Oh.
It's lovely.
You got
Can we still
avocado
order it
online?
online? A lot of money in there today. Yeah, it's on until 10 o'clock tonight.
They do it every month though, don't they?
Yeah, once a month.
Yeah.
So what I'll talk about is
on again.
what I'll talk about is what I actually do. I've only done Unique, as you all know, for 3 months, so I'll talk you through this is what I've done for myself. So this is not a unique way. This is Jamie's way. So before I actually get there, so I get my woman who's going to have the party, and I suggest to her to set up a group on Facebook. And I say, it's a closed group, try and get at least 9 people to your party. And then I'll get her to set up the group a month before, and then I'll start plugging on it. So I'll talk about business opportunities, so I'll try and get somebody to join. I'll start posting the kudos, I'll start posting all the products and just start trying to sell it before I get there. And making everybody know how much it all costs. Or else when they get there, they're like, how much? So they'll know how much it will cost before they get there. Do you understand that? Yeah. And like what you said before, try and get them all to add to your Facebook. Can I use your contour brush? Is that all right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Have I got enough off then? Yes, we'll top on
Yeah.
Off
So we'll start with primer.
Right, get your fringe back for you. Get proper bare face.
So I've bought the rose collection as well, the face collection. So normally I would say have you cleansed and put some moisturiser on, Unique sell one, but I don't exactly know what they do yet, so I need to read up on that. But I say the rose water is good for, is it rosacea apparently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any kind of skin irritation.
Yeah. So
Need some of that.
I'm run
right.
out.
So I'll start with any client with a primer. So you can talk about the primer. You've got the fact sheet on it. And yeah, we'll start. So with this primer, I use a pea-sized amount, and then you can tell them, yeah, it's 30 quid, but if you use it sparingly, this could last you a long time.
You've broken it down into price per week and everything, Jay, before, haven't you?
Yeah. Price, you know, if you work it out, say to if you work it out for the year, it works out to, you know, 0.0p a day or something. And then also, I've bought the brush collection as well. The main brush collection, not the massive one, but I bought this as my half price items, so this is probably a good one to have. And then what I try and do now is use this brush set as opposed to my other brush set, so that I can try and boost my sales. It's obviously upselling everything. So I'll put it on.
I didn't realise you used that.
Oh, she
A
used a
brush
brush.
for that.
Yeah, well I use brush and sponge.
What brush are you using with the primer?
So this is the foundation brush. So you can say to the people, you know, it's good to put it on with a brush because a brush literally gets into all the nooks and crannies on the face. So you just turn your head that way. That's it. You brush it on all around the face. And then you can also say this, as you know, is an eye primer as well. So you pop a little bit on the eye. The mistake what quite a lot of people make is they put their primer on and then they really quickly put their foundation on. If you say to them, put your primer on and just give it like a minute just to let it all soak in and set. But always start with the primer because it's 30 quid. So if everybody in the room wants a primer, you know, or if all potential 9 people want a primer, just go on about the expensive products. That's what I try and do. I literally try and upsell everything from beginning to end. So I've used the brush and then I'm going to use the buds. So with this, I push it into the skin so that I'm pushing and compacting the primer into the pores. And then these brushes are obviously, these buds are obviously 20 quid as well, so if you can sell these, I literally try and use all of this all the way through. And then someone at the end will ask you how much they are, and if you say, oh, they're 20 quid, and they go, how much? You can say, these are a lot softer than the really, really cheap ones, and you can wash these as well with the cheap ones.
So they last long as well.
Yeah, they last long.
Tell your trick on how to wash them, Jay.
So you can either put it in, remember the Daz bags?
Yeah.
You put your, in your purse, you
yeah.
can put them in that. Or you can put them in a sock.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Right.
Into the washing machine.
Into the washing
Into the
machine.
washing machine, yeah.
In with
Right.
your wash.
Yeah.
And then they last forever.
It's worth the money.
So the cheap, you can say the cheap £1 ones, you
Don't last
cannot
long.
wash them, they're unhygienic. And these will last you for a long time. Yeah, they're 20 quid, but they're worth 20 quid.
Yeah.
So you can use this small one, close your eyes, for in and around the eyes as well.
So you don't panic about the lashes, it's fine.
Okay. The big one, and this is obviously for the nooks and crannies around the nose. The big one you can use cheeks, head, and blending around the neck, but we'll do that in a minute. So that has dried. So we've used this brush, the bud, and the primer. So always keep out the brushes and the bud. We want to try and sell the brushes as well because they're worth a few quid. Right, next, we'll go with the concealer.
I've got. Oh,
What have you got?
Is it the volume?
Velour.
Velour. Yeah. Just if
So,
you want a perfect match.
On the, so obviously I'm going to use a brush with this. On your private group as well, I would try and boost these beforehand. Try and boost the primer, these, and the foundations. So I've got a party next month. I've started sharing the video of the tattoo cover up, and I've sold one today already for that party, which is the end of August.
Amazing.
Brilliant.
So you can say that this concealer is highly pigmented, and now I've toned to this from MAC. So this is a good product, definitely. You need a tiny bit because it's highly pigmented. Okay. So this bit goes on with your cream shadow brush, which you can also say it's got a multi-use. A lot of the brushes have got a multi-use. So your concealer is for under the eyes and for the T-zone, which is here.
Sorry, what brush is that, Jamie?
This is the cream shadow brush. You've actually got this in your starter kit.
They do a concealer brush as well, I think, don't
I'm not sure, but you can say to the people, look, this is value for money, it's £12, you know.
they? Multi-uses.
And I also do say to my clients that I quite like the look of the, I love the look of the packaging because MAC do exactly the same packaging, so when my kits put together, you know, they look the same and you know, they've got quite the same benefits. They could do a few more foundations. So use the concealer on the blemishes, but you know, make sure you say to the people, this product is highly pigmented, you need a tiny bit, it's £23 and it's well worth the money because it will last for a long time if used sparingly and correctly. Don't use too much of it. So make sure the primer is set first. There's a good video as well, what Kerry did, a demonstration of the primer with the sandpaper and non-sandpaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good, really, really good.
We got that in our group.
So again,
Got that one.
gone back to the bud. Brush. Just going to blend that out a bit more actually. So what you want to say to your people is, instead of like pushing this all around your face and just, you know, you're just pushing it from area to area, you're not going to get anywhere. So get your bud, just press it in and blend. So for more of a full coverage look, you can dot this in a few areas of the face and then try and get, you know, half a coverage, because when your foundation goes on top, you can't get full coverage with Unique. And also as well, there's a video about what colours suit what skin tones. So we've got that as well, want me to send out. You've got pinky skin tones and you've got yellow skin tones, so it's good to know.
Oh, you mean the Jenny Peterson training? Is it that one?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Can someone write a note, sandpaper around the Jenny Peterson video so I can... Thanks, Amanda. I might forget a voice.
So, so far we've done primer, concealer. You can copy somebody else's notes, can't you?
Well, I do this anyway. Yeah.
Oh, right, you know.
And on my
it.
little videos, I'll put primer first, then do this, then do that. So yeah.
Oh, so you
So
know
I know.
it.
I'm recording it as well.
Oh, right then.
But still, it's nice because you might, you know, you've got extra tips like this and stuff. So that's good.
Yeah. Okay. We all do it different.
That's good. I'm gonna buy these now.
I actually bought this with the contour kit of my half price items.
See, I need to get the contour kit because I contour all the time. Well, like when I go out, not daytime.
So with all that, you didn't see me do this.
I've been using them.
You push. Push and push it, compact it into the pores. Gives a nice little, gives a better finish, I think, as opposed to a wiped finish.
I think you should have wiping a lot of the product off then. Are you on a sponge?
Right, so again, onto the upsell. They probably won't need it, but I'm going to try and sell it to them anyway. The cream foundation. So you said you didn't really get on with this, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I bought it as a customer. I've got Scarlet.
That's
so
the one
it's
I think
failed for me.
would be
Yeah.
It just seems to.
Well, see, I quite like that one today. I quite like
I
it.
tried
What
it
colour
once.
do you go taffeta or velour?
She's got
I
dry
think I've got
skin,
the
so
Laura
I
at
reckon
home, but
that
it's
would
up
be
to you.
better for
Choose what you want.
I'll put a bit of colour
I'm
in
not
your
sure
face.
it's a, yeah, 100.
Do you use
a
a primer?
Yeah.
Do you use our moisturiser?
There's a cream one and a powder.
Try that. One of the girls on my team
Cool.
has really dry skin.
So this
she
is
uses our
the,
moisturiser, it's
um,
fixed it
Touch
completely.
Mineral Cream Foundation. So what I did was, in with my half price items again, I bought myself one of these to start with and one of these. It's got a couple of quid off, so this is a pressed powder and a cream foundation, because I'm going to set it after, I'm going to set the look. This is the cream foundation in velour. So far everything we've used is velour. I would say to have a velour and a taffeta, because not everybody wants to look velour, people want to look a little bit bronzed as well. So it's good to have at least 2 or 3 shades if you can.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm putting this on with the foundation brush. So in your bags, which in your little makeup bags, you've got these brushes or something similar. This is good to put this on with.
Yeah.
To clean it, everybody use hand soap, hand wash?
Yeah, that's what I
Clean it with that.
Yeah, it's good of you.
Or else in Sally's they do something called Clean, which is a brush cleaner. £2.59 on VAT free day. Bought everyone on the shelf today.
Brilliant.
So this product, I'm going to put all around her face. So potentially she's one of my party ladies. So not everybody wants this, but for full coverage, because I'm upselling, I'm going to use everything I've got to try and make everybody buy one of each. Because even if they buy 1 or 2 or 3 of the build-up, you know, at least you've shown them all how to use it. So they're not afraid to look at it, and they're not afraid to use it. I'm going to put a little bit on her eyes as well.
And you're still using foundation brush, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, for the eye area, you could go for this.
Right, okay.
The more brushes you use on the face, the better, because people will say, "Oh, what was that brush you used?
Yeah.
How much is that?"
Yeah.
So
Got
it's
to
a
have the
bargain,
brushes
12
with it.
quid, you know, or, you know, or just try and plug everything you use.
Right, so how much is the cream foundation?
25, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very long it lasts as well. I do say to people, you know, one of these will last you a good like 6, 7, 8 months. If you work
need
that
a
out.
little bit, don't you?
Yeah, if you work that out day by day, if you're going for a full coverage look. So back to my beauty bud. I'm going to press it in again, compact it. And I'm going to press this around the face. You can say to them, you know, if you're not going for so much of a full coverage look, maybe just go for the concealer and the Mineral Touch foundation or the BB cream.
I love the BB cream.
Mm.
I'm going to press this in. Always make sure that she's not going to walk out with an orange neck. So just blend it in and around.
A couple of days later.
Always put makeup on my hand.
So this is at the time when we can go for the bigger one. Make everybody see these a lot.
Yeah.
Say, I swear by these, I use them all the time, I love them.
I'm sold already.
Mm.
Because this is one thing I've been like skeptical about
And
buying.
it also takes out the oily face as well, Jamie, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
People with excess oil.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I bought them, but have been using them wrong, so I think I might reevaluate.
Have you been doing
Rubbing
this?
it.
I've been swiping.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that because you're picking up all the product and
I'm
you're
getting loads of product
putting
in a
it
sponge and not getting a great finish on my face.
Yeah.
I need to go back and retry all of them.
And if people say, oh, if I wet it first, will that be any good? Say no. Yeah. Right, so that is the Mineral Touch Cream Foundation. On Beauty Buds.
We'll get some
Right, so next I'm going to move on to the Mineral Touch Foundation. We'll stick with velour, we'll just stick with the velour look. So what you can say to everybody is, before you use this, if you squeeze the little pincher at the top to get all of the product out, then give it a good shake. So by doing this, you illuminate the optical diffusers. Is that right?
And reflectors.
This has optical, what is it?
Reflectors.
Is that the right word?
Optical diffusers.
I thought I said it right, optical diffusers. So yeah,
Reflective
so you activate them
optical
by doing
diffusers.
this. Give it a good shake. So with this is this revolutionary brush that Unique made, the little hole in the top. I'll say to people, you know, this product comes with this. You need to buy this because, and then I'll show them a demonstration by if you put it on your hand and wipe it around, it doesn't give the same finish with it without this. I don't know what it is, it's good.
What brush is that one?
So
Yeah,
a liquid foundation brush.
Do you put it in the middle or around the edge?
So I literally just put it around.
dot around
Yeah.
the edges, like a few little
See, my
dots.
selling feature for that is to stop you overusing the product. Because if you were to overfill that, you've used too much product. So that that's a way of you not overusing your products too much.
So
So it'll last them longer.
so then you don't stand there for too long like that because it drips down into the brush. You then pat this on the face. See it releasing the product slowly.
Yeah. I can feel it as well.
So this product is really fragrant. So whilst I'm doing this, after every product I use, I pass it around the room and I tell everybody to smell it, touch it, put it on your hand, play with it, open it, and get to know it.
Yeah.
So you pass that around and then I always make sure it comes back. I always say, what does everyone think of that? Where's it to? Just pop it back up there. And we
Where's
do the
it
next
to?
one. Yeah. And then, ask everybody what you think of it. And they're like, oh, it's really soft and all that. So that's good. So they've
It's good, isn't
spoke
it?
about it, they've used it. So that's on. So back to the buds.
Again, Jimmy, it looks like you're stippling with the brush.
Yeah, so I'm not a fan of doing the white.
Yeah.
You know when you paint a wall and you see the brush strokes?
Yeah.
I think you can get the same effect on the face. So everything is, you know, stipple, compact. Unless I'm in a rush and I'm not going to get pinballed really quickly. Oh, sorry. So we'll start first with the build-up. So far we've used 4 products. So everybody sat and watched you use 4 products. And we've used 4 brushes and we've used these 2 things, and that's all in 10 minutes. So everything I use, I try and upsell everything, everything I touch. And then everybody gets to touch it, everybody gets to smell it.
It feels really nice.
Smells really lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah, because this is the one product I haven't actually tried, and it feels really good.
You've not tried it?
No, I've not tried this one.
We joined 2 days ago.
I forgot to mention that when I first walk in the room, I obviously introduce myself. I lay everything out on the table. I lay my cards out, and I give them a little introduction about the company, how long they've been going. I talk about that it's not tested on animals because everybody loves that. And then I talk about the brother and the sister, and I tell them a little bit of information, and you obviously found that out yesterday, so it's good to give them a little bit of inside knowledge. And then they say to me, why do you use that on a Mac? And then I just say,
say that.
I just say they've both got their different benefits. It's much like benefit, bare minerals, all of them have got, you know, everybody's got to be given a chance, and I believe that this is, you know, it's well worth being given a chance. So after every product, I try and give it a couple of minutes for it to set. Let it dry. Don't try and put something on right away, because if you put powder on right away, it's just going to crack and it's going to stay in one area. Everybody smelt that, have they? Played with it and looked at it? Touched it? You've got it? Yeah. Good off. Right, so then you need to set the look. So if people say, oh, well, you know, I don't really want to buy that, say, well, yeah, that's fine, but for it to last longer, yeah, you've used your primer, but, you know, it's ideal to set it. So you can use either the pressed powder, or I say that you can use the minerals. Yeah, the Moonstruck minerals. Everybody seen them?
No.
Yes,
Bit like bad minerals, isn't it?
yeah.
So I thought this was, it is like a concealer.
Loose powder.
It's a loose powder concealer.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the pot. I like the lid. Mac do something very similar to this.
Yeah, bare minerals does quite a lot of products. So I always say, make sure you set the look. So you can even use a translucent powder, you can use anything. So around this area, I always try and use quite a light setting powder as opposed to dark, because I want everything to pop after I've put on my contour. If you go putting on a dark powder, I just think your face I just think it was quite glow.
So what brush are you using for that then?
So this is the powder puff brush, but in your bags again, you've got the brushes to get you started until you've got enough money or a half price item. Hopefully you can get this brush set. But for the minute, you've got a little brush you can use for that.
And that's
So-
the pressed powder.
Yeah. So when you use it, put it on your brush, give it a little tap, just get the excess off. Okay. So literally just go over everything you've done and set it everywhere. And just say, you know, this will give you a flawless all night coverage. When you come in 3 o'clock in the morning, your foundation will still be there, and your foundation won't oxidise. And if they say, what does that mean? Just say, when it's oily, you look a bit cracked, that's the oxidisation process. But with the primer and all the build-up we've done, I've not found yet that this foundation is oxidised, so I'm quite impressed with it. So set the chin and the neck. So don't go
Just dabbing.
like that. Nicely. When you do it like this,
Nice.
own a couple of brushes, hold it in your hand. It looks professional, all the gear, all the idea. Make yourself look like you know what you're doing. Ah, she's set.
She's pretty. It's very cool.
So that was pressed powder. Right, next I'm going to move on to contour. So we'll use the
Contouring.
so we're going to use the
That's
sculpting trio. That's medium. So I'm going to use light. So with this we're going to use the contour brush. You can buy this. This brush is £25 and I would say it's really beneficial to this palette. So I would say this is a must-have for this. And then you can also encourage your party people to have this. At the minute, everybody's contouring. Everybody wants to know.
Yeah, okay.
So if they say, I'll show you a quick demonstration of how to contour, but if they say, oh, you know, what if I get that and I can't do it? So in my bag over there, so in this, it comes in a little bag. You get one set of instructions, it folds out, it tells you exactly how to contour, it's easy. And then whilst you're doing it, you can quickly refer back to this. So this is brown, so it tells you where it goes, exactly where it goes. This is your highlighter, this is your illuminator, it shows you exactly where it goes, so you cannot go wrong. So first, we're going to start with the, and also there's two creams and there's one powder. So get it on the brush, put some on the brush. So for the minute you're going to look a bit Indianish. Turn this way. So top of the ear to the corner of the mouth. So we're going to go halfway across. Turn back. Everybody see that?
Yeah.
So you can see that on there. That's that bit on her face. So now we're going to do this bit. So top of the ear, corner of the mouth, halfway down. And don't worry about the product drying out because you know it won't. It's a cream, so it's movable. Back again. So we're going to leave those lines quite prominent at the minute. She's got lovely cheekbones anyway, so she's gifted. So there and there, we've done that bit. So next, we're going to put it on the top of the head. This is where you catch the sun first. So it's important to contour this bit, or else your contour will look unnatural. So just around the top of the head. Yep. Next. So meanwhile, whilst I'm doing this, I'm using the brush that way as well, all the time. In a minute, we're going to turn it that way. Okay? So now, we're going to work down her nose. So we'll start there, halfway down. Never work up there, or else she's going to look like she's got a horrific, massive nose.
So
And she
halfway
hasn't.
down, yeah?
Yeah, she hasn't, so there we go. And then again on the other side. So in a minute, I'm going to show you that you can also contour with the cream. You know the cream I had before? There's two colours in that you can contour with as well if you wanted the contour to last for absolutely years. But if you want to know that, ask me and I'll tell you separately. Right, so down the nose, right to the end, and then we're going to pop a little bit down there. So see, on the nose and a little bit around the bulb. You can have a look at this in a minute. Finally, turn your head that way. We're going to pop a little bit around her jaw. So don't overdo it around there because this is where you can look like you've got a bit of a dirty neck. Back again. So brush is still that way. Back again. Right, lovely. So now this brush, we're going to turn it that way. So we've done that way, now we're going to go sideways. So now we're going to blend the contour. So basically, just buff it around with the brush. If you find you've got too much product on the brush, brush it off on your arm. These brushes are really, really soft as well. They really move the product around. But if you find they don't, back to the buds. You can say to your people, you know, if you ever make a mistake, these act as rubbers. Especially, gosh, I'll tell you that bit in a minute.
Love
That way. So, the brush is on its side. So what I'm doing is I'm brushing it up and down. I'm not going all the way up, all the way down. This is literally 1 centimetre up, 1 centimetre down. If you forget how to do this, this is on YouTube. I learnt contour in 1 day. It's really, really easy. Back again. So already, if you can see that shadow on her face.
Look at
That's
me,
just
babe.
from a little bit of buffering. So the reason that her contour has worked so well is that her pressed powder is light, it's not dark. So up and down with the side of the brush. So I literally try and drag this demonstration out because you've got £60 worth of products in your hands which you want to try and sell, and you can say this will last you for, like, if you love contouring, this will last you for a year. I literally always bang on about pennies in a day. If you work it out, you know, it's the Chinese or whatever. Bottle of Prosecco. So then blend it out around the neck area as well, brush on its side. So when I was doing that, the reason I did not bring the line right the way down is because when I'm buffing it, I'm slowly bringing it in towards the mouth area, but I'm fading it when it comes to there. So do not draw a big brown line down there. She'll look like the puppet. So then blend this around the neck. By blending it, what it means is you're buffering it out until the product literally blends in with the skin. If it doesn't, bud. So what you're doing with this is you're making her jawline look a little bit more prominent. Back to me. Right, there we go. So now we're going to blend the nose. So you're going to use this a little bit. Whatever you do, don't get the brush in really heavy, and don't try and rub the lines out because you're going to rub out your work and then you're just going to make it look shit. So blend it softly. So for this bit, use this bit of the brush, the soft bit. We're going to blend up and down the nose. Little round brushes, you can use a round eye buffing brush, which looks a little bit like this. So on some of my clients, I come in and then I'll buff this line on the nose with this. Makes you look more professional, and you can do a bit more of an intricate job because sometimes this can be a little bit too big. So that's your option, and you should all have that brush. So the reason you're doing this is to make the nose look slimmer, you know, a nice shape.
Mine needs slimming.
Looks pretty. So like I said, don't bring the brown up there because it is not a good look. Maybe try it on yourself just to demonstrate and you can see how bad it is.
Up to where? So just say right over your eyebrow.
So where you see the beginning of your eye there, bring it up to about there. Not above, ever. Right, so next we're going to highlight. So at the minute everybody loves highlight now. And I'm hoping that they're going to bring out a highlighter. I'm hoping that's going to be one of their products because a lot of people are asking me if they've got a highlighter, and I say no, but it is in the trio. So I'm going to use the flip side of the brush. So a couple of months ago there was a kudos with a free brush in it, so hopefully that comes out again one day. Right, so again, so you've got on this lady, you can see exactly where she's highlighted. So around her T-zone, see the little T there?
No. Oh no!
Oh, no, do it, let them.
No.
Right, so what I'm going to do is, on top of where I've worked, this is where you're going to highlight. So you're going to pat it up into the temple area. You can see already that that's working.
So like around the eye bit as well.
Yeah. So you're going to work just above. That's a bit like unblended there, but I'll push that in a minute. With this product, you can afford to get a bit on there because everybody loves a bit of highlight there.
I thought it was crazy for it, you know.
At the minute, yeah. This one's nice as well because it's not too shimmery, so some of them.
Macron, it's a bit shimmery.
Yeah. They are. Right, so we've done this one and this one. Now we're going to move on to this one. This is the illuminating cream. So this is very, very highly pigmented, so you do not need too much of this because once it's on, you can't get it off.
Yeah.
So be careful with it. So there's only a few places you can put this, and I put this on with my finger. I don't use my finger for much, but this is it. Or you can use the cream shadow brush. What do you want me to use?
I'll put a little brush
Yeah?
there.
Yeah? Okay. So pop a little bit on, not too much. If you get a bit, if you feel that you've got a little bit too much on your brush, just take it off on the back of your hand. See how much I've got on there.
God, it's loads on there.
Yeah, so that's just from a little pat.
Yeah.
So be careful with that. So this, I'm going to pat down the middle of the nose. It's beautiful stuff, this. I would also say you could use this as an eyeshadow. So, beauty butt it in. Love that. Right, so also use this product just above, on top really of where you've put your other highlighter, but not too much because this one's got a little bit more of a illuminator in it. And you can also use this in your brow bone. Close your eyes, please. Lovely. So if you've done the contour and you think, oh, maybe she could do with a little bit more, pop a little bit more on there. So I've used that on the cheekbones, the nose, forehead, chin. And again, it's got it all on there. So it's a good little thing, even if you just buy one to have it in your kit, just so you can show it. It's £38. And I would say try and buy one of each of the expensive products because you want to try and sell it to boost your.
I know everybody likes contour.
Is that,
Yeah,
that
they
comes
do,
in light
they
and medium?
Yeah.
Light, medium, and dark.
And dark, right,
Yeah.
okay.
So I wouldn't say use the dark. Light and medium.
Light and medium.
So it's a
I
light.
can merge the two.
I'll show you the. So this is for medium skin, and that's for light skin. See the difference?
Yeah.
That's the brush.
Sorry, Jenny. I've got very good light
Probably
there.
should be facing that way.
Yeah, but you can.
Right, so next I'm going to move on to an eye look. So I say to my clients, so in your packs you all received one, didn't you?
Yeah.
So there's only 3. So the way I looked at it was I'm just going to spend a bit and I'm just going to own all 3 because then I've got all 3 in the catalogue.
I'll get that next week.
So I say to people, what look do you want to learn? So what people normally go for, which I find the most popular, is the browns.
Yeah.
Because you can't go wrong
That's
with
one
the
of
I
browns.
love it. It's my
Oh, there you go
favourite.
then, would you
See, I got
Yeah.
different
My
favourites
favourites
too.
too.
Yeah, I got 3.
You get the
I've
makeup
bought
one
that
as
one.
well. Yeah, that's
I taught you how to use your colour, though, didn't
Yeah,
I?
you did. What
Right.
the pinky ones?
So, so these are £38 or £39, I think. So I personally compare these to Naked. They're exactly the same pigment, I think.
Yeah.
They, and that's, I'm not bullshitting, that's the truth.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So I'm going to teach all of you to use every single colour, because what you find is people say, well, I buy it and I use one colour and now it's shit. So some more. So that's basically what the honest truth of the next. Sorry, I'm kind of nice. So
That's right.
In these palettes there are 3 matte colours. So matte colours you can blend. The shimmers you cannot blend because it can go really, really wrong. So first you work with the mattes. Always put a matte on first. So that's important. So for this you can need 2 brushes. So I've made sure in your bags that you've got a blending brush. So you've all got one. When you're blending, like I said before, don't go in for the kill, doing it really, really heavy. Do it really, really light. Really, really, really light. And less is more. So you start with the light colour on this. Always work from light to dark. So what you can say is you've got your face and eye primer on. Obviously the eye primer will keep your eye makeup on. I'll say that the eye primer is close to the Urban Decay All Nighter eye primer. They're really good. So what you could do to make this look even lighter as well is you could apply a bit of concealer to the eye. This acts as a base as well. So you always need a base to work from, always.
To stick to. Right?
Yeah, never work from a soft, bare palette. You always need something on there. And that's what you can say to your clients as well. Or party people. I really love these. Right, so her eyes have a base. So first we're going to go for Elated, which is the first of our matte colour. So we're going to work in the corner of the eye. So pat this product in. Get it on. Clips them off. Be careful when you're doing this look, because if you don't knock it off and you go straight into the face, the dark could drop right onto her face and then it's a nightmare to get off. So this can also go on the upper brow area and in the socket. So it's a good idea is when you go home to practice this. Maybe this could be your video.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was going to do that for tomorrow because I'm doing my top 5. So I was going to do a little video on my palette too, because that's one I use a lot. But so that's a good idea.
So that's the light base, Elated. So that's the light colour. So we're going to work light to dark. Then I think you've all got this brush, so I'm going to use it as the angled shadow brush. So we're going to use the second of the darkest matte colours, which is Chipper. I'm going to pop this in the corner of the eye, making a little V. Everybody see that? Repeat.
Into a V like.
If you struggle for a blending brush, you can always blend with the flat bit of that brush as well. So in there, you've got a little cut crease brush. You can use that for blending. my bud. Clean it up. So my next one, I'm going to go for the darkest of the matte colours.
What's that colour?
Fortnite. So that's all in palette 1. So I'm going to go back over the same area. So basically that before colour is your warm tone. This is your cooler, darker tone. So you've got your warm undertone, which has been blended into the eye. You can say, depending on, you know, what look you're going for, if you want to vamp it up a bit more, go a bit darker. Open your eyes. So now I'm going to place a bit of that underneath. Look up. Patting it off.
Practice.
Triangles, just remember triangles and the way you blend. Less is more, you can always build it up. Don't just do a bit too much on.
So I never really normally take this in too much because you can start making it look really vampy. If you wanted to go straight in, you'd need to go in with a black eyeliner.
Yeah.
But for a day look, stay away from the eyeliner. Look up. So this cut crease brush is perfect for blending underneath the eye because it's small. Not a lot of people like you doing that. Look at me. Close.
I'm wearing makeup so I'm enjoying this. It's really relaxing.
Who's your makeup artist friends then?
Michelle Hennigan, she works on MAC. And she did used to work on Benefit.
Does she?
Yeah.
What does she look like? I don't know that
She's
name.
just been off maternity, but she's the manager there, so she's just gone back.
Oh, is that the tall girl with black hair?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very nice in school.
Pretty maid she is.
I know she is, yeah. She
Pretty
didn't have to
maid.
do much for a wedding, I'll tell you that.
Diana works in there.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, that's not about that. Let's talk about unique. Right. So we've used our matte colours. That is where you put the matte. Everybody got that?
It's chasing her now there.
You're making me not like you. Stay there. Right, so we've worked with the mattes. We've blended them all in. I probably could blend them a bit more, but I'm trying to go through it quite quickly so we can get to the Prosecco. So next I'm going to work with my lightest of the shimmers. So there's matte and there's shimmer. That's the only two eyeshadows you'll ever come into. So I'm going to work with Brassy.
I love that, it's my favourite.
I like swanky as well.
So it overkills it, but I'm going to put a splurge on as well, just to upsell it, because splurges are lovely. And once you get people to pass them around, and I'll say I get them to say splurge quite a lot, and everybody ends up laughing because it's a bit of a funny name, isn't it? And then I get them to test it on their hand, and I'll put it under the light, and it really shimmers, and I'll hopefully sell at least one.
And I usually put that like there, is that right?
I'll put it literally there.
Yeah. Oh, that's good tip.
So the shimmer is going to go right in the base, right on the ball. Open up your eye. See you reflecting now, those?
No.
Open up. Close. Next so I've used Brassy, so I've got 1, 2, 3 left. So now I'm going to use Sincere. I'm going to take the products off because I've probably got a bit too much on. Right, so Sincere, open up your eyes, look up. It's Sincere is going to go in the tear ducts because she gives a lovely look. As soon as you put that in there, your look, I think, has changed. Looks lovely. Never forget them. Hey. And this bit, you can also pop a little bit of this, look down, on your brow bone. Just a tiny bit, because, you know, you don't want to look too 80s. Tiny bit. This is your highlighter in eyes, but you've also got a little bit of highlighter on there from the contour we've done. So, we've got 2 left. We've got Swanky and Zealous. So, where should we put Swanky? I'll tell you what, we'll use the Zealous first. Look up, please. So we're going to put that one right in this corner. Look down. And I'll pop a little bit just on the top. Look up. So on this part, I say to the people, you know, this really does go on really well with this brush. And then I say to people, you know, it's got a really, really sharp edge to it, and you can get really up close, right into the lash line. You know, if you don't like using eyeliner, this is a good alternative, and it lasts a lot longer as well. Close. Open. Right, last but not least, Swanky.
We should have done a full photo, shouldn't we?
So look up. So this bit, I'm going to place this under the eye as well.
I think I've got pictures of me with no makeup on my phone.
Yeah.
So I'll
Look up.
do that.
So
Just brush that underneath.
yeah,
So what was that, Jamie?
that one was Swanky. So I mean, you don't have to use them all, but I literally try and use them all because
I love that.
the more colours you can show people, the more they want to buy that palette.
Yeah.
And then you can say, you know, this would last you about 5 years.
Yeah.
That's like 0.02t a day. That's a bargain for the rest of your life. So you can also place a little bit of this Swanky just back on top of where you've been. So just going to go back and blend this a little bit more.
So it looks even later.
So as quick as you can, just try and get that brush set if you can,
Yeah.
because
You said, especially in half price sales.
in your half price item, that's one of the first things
Yeah.
I try and use all my half price items
Yeah.
really, really wisely, because I got that for £51.
Yeah.
So these are like 12 to 18 to £25 each, so you're getting yourselves a bargain with that. And if you can sell one of them at every party, bargain.
Bonus.
I don't think that brush comes in there, that's separate, but if you use that with your half price items, that's £12.50.
Yeah.
Close your eyes. So when you're blending it, don't blend it straight up into your eyebrow. You need to leave your little bit there. So can everybody see your eyes?
Yeah.
If you want to dark it out a bit more, once you've done that, you can go in with your palette and you can go into the corners. A bit more.
I love the effect of putting Brassy on in the middle, like over the ball of the eye.
It's nice, isn't it?
Shall I just keep going? I don't know what's going on.
Coming back now.
Lots of photos been taken.
Right, I'm coming back in with a splurge. I think
Splurge.
your splurge. Everyone might have got this one in your kit. This is
Elegant.
elegant.
Yeah,
I like
it's
that
lovely.
one.
I know, I was so chuffed today because I've just run out of that one and it came in my
Oh,
kit and I
good.
thought, oh brilliant, I got it back. I love it.
So, cream shadow brush. This is what this product is for. So, dunk it in and just say to your clients, this is a cheap for a quick, easy, all-day look, and it looks lovely when you're out in the sun or when you're clubbing. This really reflects and makes your eyes
Really
look.
shimmery, isn't it?
Yeah, this really picks up the
It's my
colour
best
of
friend,
your
that
eyes.
one, trust me. I do love it.
That's right. So this bit would only go in the middle, nowhere. If not on this, with this look, it wouldn't go anywhere else. Open it. And you could also, if you want to, put a tiny bit in the tear duct area. So I lied about saying nowhere else. You could also put it there. Can you see how much that the light's picking up the corners of her eyes?
Oh God, I was concentrating so much. But the camera was going that way.
So that's splurge. So
Close
with
your eyes.
any eye look, there's a splurge to go with any eye look.
Close.
I think. So that's
Oh,
what I'm
wow.
in the middle of building now is my splurges.
Like it as well.
Good, isn't it? Right. So next, I'm going to use the beachfront bronzer. So I've contoured already, but I'm going to use this as well because
have to
I'm
tag me in it.
upselling. So for this I'm going to use my blusher brush. It's the angled one, which has got a nice little angle. So I use it two ways. The same as a contour, I use it down and then I buff it sideways. So you've got to be careful with these because these are not matte, they're shimmer. So you need to use a little bit of it. But you know, these look great anywhere on the body. You can do your arms, you can do your chest, makes it have a little bit of cleavage. You can use it on your clavicles there. And you can also use it on your face and on your forehead. So you can use this everywhere on your body, upper body.
What shades does that one come in again? Is it like 3?
This is Sunset, there's 2 shades. Is that
3,
right?
Sunset, Hermosa and Malibu.
There's some more of them. So I'm going to use the darker shade on this side. Turn your head that way. So I'm just going to pop this bit down that area and around there. So I'm going to make a 3 or an E. E, 3E. So a little bit on the top of the head. I'm going to bring it around into the eye and then back again around and down. And then buff it. This has also got shimmer in it, so when you're out you can see your face shimmering. And then pop the other side on as well. Sorry, back on this side. Sorry. Try it a bit off if you've got too much on there. Just pop it a little, just a tiny bit above where you were. This has got a bit of a highlighter in it, and you know, it's got a lighter shade in it, so you use it above. And then blend it down into where you've just worked. And then a bit around the chin and into the neck. Don't give her Indian lines and not blend them out because it doesn't look nice.
And about the blending.
About the blending. And the buds.
With the buds.
Oh. So around the head where she's caught the sun, if you put back a minute, please, that's it. See this bit of her head? I might have made it look a bit too dark because I'm working literally non against the light. So around the head, number 3. So you can literally use as much as you want. Some people like to bronze right up. Not forgetting the nose. Don't put too much on because if you do, you've lost what you've done. And then the light bit from above. And then you can also get your clients to smile. And you can see where their lines are. You can try and make them laugh. You know, say word splurge maybe. Unless it's really, really awkward in the room and you feel like crying. I'll try and like build up a little bit of a rapport with people before on the closed group when I tell them to set that up, and then try and like engage with them a bit, so you don't feel so much of a melon when you get there. That's me anyway. So is that starting to look a little bit effective now? Right, so because I feel that she needs a bit more something, I'm going to upsell again to the blusher. So everybody, what a lot of people are saying to me is, oh God, I don't like the colour of that, it's too much.
that colour.
I love the pink. But you need to use this sparingly. Be careful with this.
You don't need a lot of that.
No. So you only use this colour on the apples of the cheeks. Unless you want to be pink and not bronzed, then I would go in and just lightly blend up with the pink. But I'm going to go for a sun-kissed look, so I'm going to add a little bit of pink into her as well. I can say for you ladies who like to mix it up a bit. Just be careful you don't... Do you remember Aunt Sally?
Yeah.
So that's just changed her look just a little bit. Let's give her a bit of a dewy look. So give her a bit of a... Give your client a bit more of a healthy look, not you personally. It's just give the makeup a bit more of a...
bit of colour.
So, I mean, all this I think is thanks to the light powder that I've used, because you're able to build up
See,
on
I
it.
use the darker powder.
You can't build up good on a dark powder.
Yeah.
So the reason I know this is when I did my training in London, I did it on black lady, coloured lady, and I used white powder, white translucent powder. They all use white because they want to pop.
So what colour did you use?
So I used
Scarlet, did you?
Yeah.
And what would you say you scarlet on most skin tones then?
Scarlet, velour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, you know, for the ladies who they like to look taffeta, then taffeta. I wouldn't go any darker because I don't think it looks nice on white women. It looks too much. You look too... Unless you've got a really nice tan and you're always that colour, then go darker. But for you to get value for money... So those are good shades to have in your kit.
I always say if in doubt, you know, if you vary between two, you'll slightly paint that and you switch it up with one set.
Yeah, but we've always been told to go a shade darker with the powder because it's slightly lighter. And actually, no, I think it's a really good point. Well, it just shows it, doesn't it? It really does show it. Look at that.
She's starting to look. She's like,
now. I know.
So
Look beautiful.
What I forgot to mention in the beginning was when I first go into my clients, I've started doing this on my brides now. I've been taking a bonbon because this is a tinted moisturiser. So when you start doing your makeup, pop a bit of this on so it keeps your lips moistured throughout the build-up process, so that once you get to the point where you're putting lipstick on your client, her lips are rosy, red, refreshed, and they're ready
Great
to
tip.
So, and then you can also say, you know, not only is it good for that, it's good for when you're out in the sun. If you want just a little bit of a tint, it's good in the bag. If you don't always want a full lip look, because I don't like wearing lipstick, so this is perfect for me. It'd be perfect for you as well. The light one's lovely.
Beautiful.
So
I like red velvet and cherry cobbler.
Right, so we've done that. So we'll do the brows. So we've got the brow gel and the brow pencil. So they do this in 2 or 3 different shades. I've bought 2 shades. I've bought medium and dark, and I think there's another one, but
Light.
yeah, they got that. So it's got a little brush. So basically, don't try and be too technical with this. Just say, because brows are a whole new, you know, if I taught you brows, that's like 2-3 hours. So I'm going to just teach you the quick way. So Mel's bought this product off me and she's just ran out of it. She loves it.
Yeah, I've got to get another one now.
So
it's devastating her and her two small tropics.
So it's got a really, really, really fine nib. Really tiny. So what I would say is, get your pen. This is where your brows start. See there? This is a good little tiny little brush. And then what I do is, she's got lovely brows anyway, so I'm just going to draw tiny little hairs within the brow. I'm not going to make a big bold brow because you're just going to make a scouse brow and it doesn't look nice. Put a few little hair strokes in there. You can also use, I think it's chipper, and you can use this brush. You know, you can get in there, you can really clean them up and make the brows look really...
Is that the eyeshadow? Oh, wait.
This is the liner shade brush, so you can lay it on the brow and make a really, really clean, you know, really clean shape, clean line. But, you know, that's an option. So then brush it out with this area, and then you can say to your ladies, it's just amazing little brow gel. You know, if your brows go everywhere and sway everywhere.
It sets it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got a tiny little brush.
Mascara for the eyebrows.
It's got fibres in it as well.
So work yourself back and forward. It's got tiny little fibres in it. It's clinging to your eyebrow and it's making your eyebrow look just perfect.
Could you use that without the...
I think it works well together.
You could.
She wants like a real natural kind of look with her eyebrows, and so I was like, oh, maybe just the gel
Just
on
the
its
brush.
own.
I've sold them to the older ladies, like my mum, my auntie.
Yeah.
And because where they've got older and their hairs are really fair,
That's exactly what
that worked really well, and they all bought one.
Because she's too scared to actually probably pencil it on, so I was like, well, maybe the gel would be
really good.
Oh, cool, I'm going to
Definitely do one with, one without, and take a
But then
photo.
when you
Yeah.
when you get one yourself, you can try it on.
See,
Yeah,
usually
definitely.
you have for certain to get the collection, because I've got the eyebrow pencil and the brow stuff and everything on the collections.
do it in
Yeah.
the two.
27 if you buy them together, or 30 if you buy them individually.
So then brush it out. Make your hairs all go the same way. Just say to your ladies, look ladies, when it's really quick and simple, it's really easy. You can just literally draw it on, just draw in tiny little hairs and follow your own brow. Then brush it out. Good little nifty thing to have in your bag. Is this waterproof, do we know?
I don't know.
Is it the water resistant?
Oh well, there you go, perfect. Yeah, because the concealer as well, I did a test with that, and that's water resistant as well.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. So girls, if you get over the taxi and you make a dash for the pub, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
No bags on the head. No co-op bags on the head. We've done that loads of times.
Plenty.
Well, we used to go out of our rubbish jackets and we could lob it and dance. Right, there we go. Right, I'm also going to just put a tiny little line on the eye. You can just say, if everybody says to me, oh, I'm really crap at that, just say, you know, it's got a really durable nib. So you can literally just lay it flat on the crease of the lash line. You can just make a line going right the way across. The brush literally can do the work. You can just literally keep on going over it. You don't have to get all fancy. But this is, you know, part of your upselling. This is Moonstruck liquid eyeliner, which I believe is it waterproof or water resistant?
So be interested now for me to see if you can convert me on this one.
So I'm not obviously going to go in for the kill with this, because I normally do this with a brush.
And you're just dabbing that on?
I'm dabbing it. But I'm only going to work this into the corner of the eye. Open it. So it's not too much, it's just a little something. Close. So the only reason I'm actually working this is because not everybody in the room wants to buy the £30 primer and the expensive products. Some people are just there because they've been roped into going, but they feel that they have to buy something. So I'll give them the cheaper alternatives and let them know how much it all is, and say, you know, if you want, you can buy a lip pencil just to show your appreciation. They're waterproof. And before you use the lip pencils, go around, put them on everybody's hand in the room. Also put on the gel, what's the liquid?
Lip stain.
The lip stain. Put that on everybody's hand, and then just say at the end of the evening, I want you all to rub it just to see how good the product is, and it works. It stays there, and then they know you're not a liar.
It's the same with the eyeliners as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're really good.
I always demonstrate a colour of every single colour I've got on my arm, and then at the end of the evening I'll do this and show them
Just
that
ordered
they
myself one of the eyeliners.
Mine's actually like running a little bit, but you all get the gist of this, yeah?
Yeah.
So the more products you've got and the more you use, once you're doing your lady, you know, the more likely you are to sell at least, hopefully, 2 or 3 of them. So say, oh, what was that you used? And then obviously then you'd pass it all around, and then, you know, if I'm play. So then I would say, what colour do you normally like your lips? What colour do you like to look when you go out? Do you like red? Do you like pink?
Any colours. I'll go all colours. I'll have purple, reds, pinks. I'll do it all.
So
you choose whatever you want.
all right. So for this, so she's used the bonbon. So we're going to use a lip pencil. So I think today we'll use. Should we use Parky? Or should we use a Posh? Parky. Oh, I don't even own Parky.
Do you not?
No. Shame.
Oh, there's one over
Try
there.
a soda. So what I haven't done yet is I haven't built up all of my eyeliner colours. I only own black.
She's got some over there if you want.
Yes, right. And I own, thank you, purple. This is for the eyes, but you know, MAC recently I've been using purple a lot on the lips. So this, you can use this for the lips as well. You can use it for the eyes. This is multi-use.
It's something that's quite happy with the lip stain.
Yeah.
I've got that one.
So now we're going to lip line. So this is your waterproof lip liner. So what you can do, obviously, apply this to the lips. So before every client, I've got my unique pencil sharpener. I sharpen my pencils for hygiene reasons, to show everybody that everything I have is hygienic. My brushes are always clean, my pencils are sharpened, and everything's hygiene. So I'll pop this around the lips. I say to people, the reason I'm doing this is because when you go to apply your lipstick, it won't bleed out. So for you ladies who are suffer from lipstick bleeding out, and this helps prevent it. So what you can say is apply this around the lip area, but also apply it all over. Just acts as a lip base, and then your lips were stained anyway. But once you've drank the Proseccos, your lips will be stained. So, in the book you can also buy these if you were potential clients. If you like these also come in a set of 3, as do the lipsticks, so you can bear that in mind and you can save yourself a few quid. So I'm going to use a lip stain and a lipstick and a lip gloss just because it's too much for everybody, but I'm going to use it because I want everybody to see what they all do. So hopefully they'll buy one of what I'm using.
And it gives different effects as well, doesn't it?
Well, it's going to give an all-night long, it's going to give a long-lasting stained lip look, and from what I'm going to do now, these 2 products will stain your lips all night. When you drink, it'll still be there. When you put your lipstick on to refresh it, that might come off, but that will still be there. So with this bit, this is where you can't really be hygienic unless you've got yourself a lip brush, because I think just make sure your clients don't have any cold sores like myself. This has not been used on me.
colour is that one?
Sappy.
It's on the bottom.
Sappy.
Sappy.
Sappy. So I own nearly all of them, but I've built these up with my half price items. So I literally bought one of each in the beginning, so that I made sure that I had something to offer.
Sappy and skittish are really nice, and shy is a really nice. It's the more nuder one of them.
I'm literally a fan for the purple one and this underneath. She don't like it on me, but I love it. I look like a drag queen, but I love it.
It's very harsh. I think for evening makeup, it'll look good.
So what I did almost right away was I built up my lipsticks and my lip glosses, so that when I went to people's houses I had two built collections, and then I had one foundation, one concealer, one powder, just one of each, everything else, so it just looked like I had a bit more than, you know, I had my two brushes, all 3 eye palettes, so it looks good. I've also bought the little things as well, like these and these. So I think to bump my PRS up 1 month, because I wanted 1,000 PRS, because if you hit 1,000, you get put in the 1,000 PRS club, which means your photo just get shared and it's recognised on the You Beauty Queens page. So I bought these just to bump it up, so I bumped my PRS through.
And how long have you been doing it for?
3 months. 4 months.
Amazing.
Yeah, so literally just went for it, tried to sell as much as I could, and then just tried utilising my half price items, trying to spend it on things that I really needed. So I think this lip gloss set ended up costing me 50 quid, and these are £12 each.
So good, isn't it?
It's really good.
So you do it by getting, when you do the half price items, you always buy the sets.
So what
Collections
I did,
and sets.
Yeah.
what I did first was I had coffee mornings and I had one-to-ones in my home. So I tried to get, before I did parties, I tried to get as much as I could for myself so I could build my kit really early. So I think I did like 2 coffee mornings in a month. I did a contour palette night. And just offered people around and just
It's a good idea.
made it for myself, all about me first.
Yeah.
Some biscuits
That's
and all
how you
that.
built it up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Your makeup
So-
is amazing, by the way.
I can't wait to see it.
Aw.
I know I can't see anything. So yeah, it'll be good to see it in a minute. And I'm really listening, and because I can feel what she's doing,
Yeah.
I should know how to do it.
So these lippies are like, I do really, really, really think they're really nice. Have you tried them on yourself?
Yeah, I've got some.
They're really
nice.
lustrous. They're really moisturising. They're a very, very nice product, and they're worth £15. I think.
What's the most
genuinely.
popular colour, do you reckon?
So my brides are using like the subtle colours, pinks.
What about opulence? That's been quite popular.
This one. This is
Nice.
affluent. I love that one. They're all quite popular, really. I don't know what one you mean. Do you mean the orangey one? Yeah, that one's nice.
Yeah.
You like that one, Mel, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
corals and pink.
pale ones.
And
Because I started this initially as well for my brides, because I used to, they also used to say what colour MAC lipstick we use, because all my kit is MAC, everything I use is MAC. But I got fed up of selling makeup for MAC, because I didn't make nothing off it. I get a discount with MAC, but I didn't make money off it.
Yeah.
So I thought, right, I got to Kerry and said, I wouldn't mind buying some lip liners and lipsticks, and then it went from there. Because when I started getting free makeup and then money and then more free makeup, I thought, oh, I like it.
Yeah.
So, oh, for God's sake. So I'll tell you what, so just
Yeah,
say,
I've got
realistically, I would have used the red in this, alright? I'm going to move on. So I'll use a lip gloss. You can say these are £12, they're value for money. You've got a little mirror in the back if you're out or in a taxi, quickly whip it out, put it on. Good. So every party I do, I'll sell at least 2 of these. So you can also buy these in a set of 3 if people are there and they want more than one. You can come in a set of 3 and save yourself a bit of money. Just say don't put too much on because I'm quite gloopy.
Again, start off and go for like the most popular colours, really.
Yeah. Can you just... Right, so then, I'm not going to do it, but then I would have used this one. So this is what you're going to say, this is what got Unique where it is today. This is the best selling one. Does anybody in my group, because Sam Fryers has got this held up in a picture just recently.
Amy Charles.
Amy Charles.
Yeah, Charles.
Yeah.
She's got it held up in a picture today. I've got it on my group.
Yeah.
She's got it on. So you can say about the benefits of it. You all know the benefits of this. You all know how to use it. So I'm not going to go through, but what you explain to your people, what you're doing, you use the gel first, then you use the fibres. You take some of the fibres off on your hand. You obviously know that you don't have the brush too loaded up. And then you go in again, do it again. She's got lovely lashes already, so you know. Everybody got that?
Yeah.
So really, really big that up. I did a party.
Would you recommend to put it on the bottom?
It's gone really gloopy. I'm going to have
Rose
to email
water.
them.
Mine's
I
not.
don't know if it's the
You can
sun.
spray rose water on the wand and put it back in.
Can you though? I thought that would ruin with the...
No, it works really well.
It's really
Right, let's put it to the test.
And also cleaning your wand once a week really helps to keep it for longer as well.
spray it with
Because it's the fibres going into the gel,
Okay.
that's thickening it up.
really thick.
So this is the rose
Send them a
water.
picture, they'll send you a new one out.
I thought maybe because it's on the dressing table, it's got warm in the sun.
So I don't know if any of you know this, but it's obviously a well-known fact not to pump the tube because you've dried the product up quickly. So put it in, twist it around, pull it out. Say none of this, girls, because you know if you go to send it back, they'll know that you've trapped air in there and you've ruined it yourself. Oh my goodness. So look at
I'm sure I've read somewhere as well that the rose water can be used as a setting spray. Have you tried
yeah, no, I'm not even going to try that because it's a refresher as well. So I don't know if it might make the foundation oxidise.
That's the only bit I try encouraging them to do their own, just so they can see how good it is for themselves. I'm just petrified of poking them in the eye.
I wasn't sure with the hygiene side of it.
So that's it. Any questions?
No, it's lovely.
Did I make that clear enough? Because I still
Yeah,
seem to stumble over everything, don't I?
No, you've done brilliant. That's honestly, this is the second time I've listened and I could just listen again and again.
I love it.
So it's ready to go out now.
Yeah.
This is
I need to
obviously
keep
a
the
quick,
babysitter there
like, this is a
and
quick
go out.
pod
That's
shot.
more your
I'm doing
day.
my best.
Look at me, babe.
Jane, isn't it? Because she does it really heavy and smoky at night. If
That's like, this is just
that.
this is a quick look. If you any of you want to see what I can do, you can add me as a friend, and I've got like, I'm literally on a course on Wednesday where I'm doing eyes and eyebrows.
See
So
you later, girls. Somehow.
I might be doing some little tutorials on that.
Any questions, girls?
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to have a little look at
I'm going to
anything
get
I've
my
got?
phone out.